Chief Meteorologist Bob Jeswald has your first alert forecast.
When you head down to the Wave Shaper Island, you may see something like this. A lot of rain that came down the last few days and a lot of reliefs, but it didn't keep the folks away from fishing, taking a stroll along the Riverwalk, and just taking the kids out and learning a little bit about our history. You can read some of those nice little areas that kind of respectfully tell us a little bit more about the river. It's just a beautiful day for that. It was indeed, wasn't it? And now the clouds are rolling in. That's a signal of our next change coming in the evening forecast. So we have the clouds building up here, high cloudiness, and we have the showers coming in. Late this evening, 40s are still hanging in here, just mainly rain. I mean, nothing that's going to be significant when it comes to severe weather just yet. But as you could see, the most recent shot here, our chief photographer Kevin Robo also captured this, the clouds rolling in, and of course the Canadian geese out there, and voila, the clouds are back once again. And of course, this is Cooper Creek. A beautiful picture. Frank Dillard Jr. captured this in North Columbus earlier. This is what's so remarkable. Listen to what he said. I'm going to quote him. This is his quote. "A pristinely beautiful day. Hard to think 100 years ago people would not even know of the rain and possible storms on the way in a few hours with a sky that is unblemished." Wonderfully said, stated. Technology rules. We wouldn't be where we are at today to know what's going on. That's why we know we're weather aware days in advance. And of course, with the skill and the most experienced team right here at News 3. So we look off to the west. You can see the cooler air trying to nudge its way in here. Not yet squeezing out the 50s, but our southeast counties are going to tell the big story here. Forecast wind chill, not at all, but it's going to be across north central Alabama. That's what's so incredible, because that's where all the cold air will be. We're not going to have any of that here. So let me talk about those lows tonight. Where you see from Columbus north and westward, LaGrange, Auburn, these areas here in the 40s, okay? But when you head farther south and east, this is where the greater risk of south and east and even southwest, like Barber County's in that, for damaging wind and possible tornadoes coming up in the morning. So here's the severe risk from the Storm Prediction Center. Everybody in green from like Stewart County back across areas of Marion, Webster, and back into parts of Barber. And you could see this here in Clay County, and once you get into Quitman and Randolph counties, you see more yellow when we get farther south. That's where the greatest coverage could potentially be, okay? So that's what we're looking at coming up. So the winter weather remains up across North Georgia, potentially higher elevations in Georgia, but we'll stop it right here, 4 o'clock, 3 Central. This area here is where we're going to start becoming weather aware. We got to watch for those storms that could become enhanced. And first of all, weather team will be here all overnight. We'll keep you updated as you need to and be able to plan ahead. So 45 is what we're looking at on the cooler end. Some of you will be in the 60s, as I pointed out, south and east of Columbus. So we're watching those storms. So Thursday first alert forecast, of course, we're weather aware, severe setup between 3 a.m. and 9 a.m. That's a broad window, maybe 4 to 9, 4 to 8, but you get the picture. We want to start looking at it at that time. And if that changes, of course, we keep you updated at WRBL.com. Breezy and gusty behind it, Phil, but a weekend setting up that is just delightful. Doesn't get any better than this.
All right. Thanks so much, Bob. Conservative radio talk show host Rush Limbaugh died this morning following a battle with lung cancer.